After watching the entire film in dubbing studio, Rajini sir hugged me. He was so happy. And then he said, now after the shoot, and it's been 4 months since post-production, we miss him. Whenever I get time, I'm going and meeting him in jail at 2 sets. Yeah. All my little age, I watched only films of action heroes. And with all the action heroes that I watched, grew up watching, I want to work with them. For me, when I was saying a good film is considered which has more than 5 fights. After Kaidi, we are in discussions of doing a film, and most probably it will be Aamir sir's film.
But it'll be in Hindi?
So all I want to deliver is one trailer, and that trailer release date will be.
Lokesh, welcome back to the Hollywood Reporter India.
Hi ma'am, thank you.
You know, the last time we met, it was between schedules of
Just
Coolie.
one schedule then.
One, no?
Yeah.
50 days were in?
No, just 15, less than that.
Huh.
I was just back from Vizag and I was about to leave to Hyderabad, I think.
Correct,
Yeah.
correct. And now here we are, a few weeks away from release.
Yes.
What is the current state of mind?
Just now, we completed the dubbing and still the post-production is going on. We're still depending on some VFX and SFX and obviously Anirudh.
And how are you feeling?
I'm feeling good now.
Yeah.
I'm feeling actually great because, after 16, 17 months of work in shoot, and the post-production work is something that I could say I can do it peacefully, without pressure. So I feel great.
And you're looking quite zen. You're looking quite calm.
Yeah, that's because I've did my haircut and so probably I did it yesterday only.
You got a haircut yesterday?
Yeah, because it was so huge and I did haircut and trim my beard and yesterday only. Probably that's making me relaxing. Because everybody does it. Everybody said that yesterday. Yeah.
That you're looking calm.
Yeah.
It's a good look. So, Lokesh, in the video for Chikitu,
Yeah.
Someone asks Anirudh that you usually don't work so hard. Why are you so fiery today? And he says, this is for our superstar. We all have to blaze like fire, right? And that's true, honestly, for you more than anyone else. You're the director. You have to deliver and blaze like fire for the superstar, Mr. Rajinikanth. Tell me about this process of these 16, 17 months you talked about, pushing yourself creatively, mentally, physically, to do bigger, to do better than you have in the last 5 films.
It's not about that, ma'am. Every film is the same. Even before all these 5 films and this 6th film, I would say the short film is also the same. So there is no difference between the work.
Between what you do.
Yes, and the passion and the work we all put together. And I can even say, when I was working with my short film also, I've been working with the same technicians who worked with Coolie. So it's been all the same. But when it comes to mainstream film and with like huge budgeted films, more than other things like this song, like you asked for, and these are all little things where you can upscale the films, other than being concentrating more on the screenplay, because we've been doing it. At least before going to floors, I think 5 months or 6 months we've spent everything in writing alone, and after that it took me for 10, 11 months to complete the shoot. So all put together, it's been more than close to 2 years. When it comes to songs, it's like only 2 songs in the film. The dance numbers and all. Like Ani said, he'll always work something special for Rajini sir. That doesn't mean that he doesn't work for other actors. He always works the same, but it's like that extra 1% added for Rajini sir, because we all love him so much. We all grew up, watching him dance. And when we have a chance of working with him, and we all want to give the best of us. And this is, I'll call as a lifetime opportunity to work with Rajini sir, Kamal sir, everybody. But this is the prime time, and we just want to deliver the best. And that's what we are progressing on. But it comes to music, like Ani said in an interview, I have very little knowledge about music, so I'll completely believe him. And I think he has given me more than 30 tracks in my previous films, without including Coolie, and all were hits. So I can trust him blindly, and so he will deliver something the best. All I need to tell him or explain him this is what it is.
This
And
is the
then
situation.
yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
And then he'll deliver the best. And he's a guy who will, he's like, you can just say yes, no for any tracks, anything. He'll work, and he'll deliver something. He just want to achieve like chartbusters. Like uh, you don't have to think twice to say no to him for any music. And
He doesn't take offense.
No
There's
offense.
no ego.
No offense, zero offense. First of all, I won't ask him for another track because he'll deliver me the best in the first time itself. Probably if the one thing they'll ask for a change will be in the OST, because I concentrate more on OST because like I've said in all my interviews, I listen to something and write. And usually now all my actors up, practice with the thing where I play the same OST while they were shooting. So this process Ani knows. So he exactly wants to know what I really want with the OST. So there might be little time where I can ask for more or less or something or put silence and all. But when it comes to songs, it's Ani's choice. I completely believe in his choice.
So Monica Bellucci is all his.
Yeah, but when it comes to Monica Bellucci, we both are huge fans of Monica Bellucci. So initially we decided on Monica Bellucci song, and then we named Pooja Hegde as Monica. So it was like vice versa, not the other.
I love that. I wonder what her response will be when she knows that there's this amazing Tamil song after her.
Yeah, I heard someone have sent her a text with Instagram comments and all. You have to listen to this Tamil song for the real Monica Bellucci account. I didn't know if she replied or not.
That's
So obviously,
fantastic.
yeah.
That's fantastic. Lokesh, I feel like of all the superstars who are working currently, I think Rajni sir is the closest to myth, right?
Yeah.
This year is his 50th year in the movies.
Yeah.
He started in 1975. He's sort of embedded in our collective memory. You know, his larger than life persona. It's part of our consciousness, right? So in a sense, as a storyteller, you are taking myth, you're blending it with memory, you're creating a new meaning that speaks to an audience now. When you do that, what are the decisions in terms of how much do you salute the past, the roles, the music? You know, you always use older songs in your films, you know, and how much do you actually reinvent Rajni sir for today? How did you make those decisions?
See, to answer your question, first of all, like you said, he has done everything else. I mean, like he's worked with everybody else. I mean, all over the country with all the directors, and like you said, it's his 50th year in the industry, and we came to know later that his first film released in August also.
Really?
Yes, this
Wow.
is like this is what you call, this is not in our hands. It's all pre-written somewhere.
Yeah.
So in that way, he's a myth, and his filmography is a myth, and everything is a myth regarding him. And with the process and with the past of his, every day in sets, I think, see, whatever I say about this film, it doesn't mean we've been not doing the same with the rest of the films.
Sure.
But the thing is, for Rajni sir, when he trusted us, and this film has a different story structure compared to all of my other films. So accepting that and adapting that and working with all those little guys like us, like the generation what and how the films are made now, and he's like, he wants more of it, and he wants to work more with all those youngsters now, and he likes the idea behind that, and he likes our working style. So all I can say is, the better word would be respect is the only word we can give it to him any day on sets. And other than filmmaking, it was not just we just talk about films, nothing. Rajni sir used to sit and talk with everybody else. I mean, anybody else, everybody else. And all those lightmen and all the technicians who are like 60 years old and all, they all know Rajni sir for years and years and years, and they've seen generations now, and they are also in that same awe factor where this man is like the same and is doing the same for ages, for generations.
Yeah.
Think of someone who's being, called as superstar even after 50 years of the same stardom, and this is all I'm saying out of excitement. I don't know exactly what we all enjoyed the process. I mean, it is not just about filmmaking. I learned a lot from him. Like, previously I said in an interview where he literally made me cry in sets, just by sharing his life stories, what he went through, how he came out and all. It's more than lesson. It's just a learning, no? And that's what the experience. Like at least 1% of all those 17 months spent with them, if I'm taking forward, that's what learning is all about. Yeah, and that is what it is. It is not just me. Every other technician in the set, there'll be easily 700 to 1100 every day. That's the head count of men working in my sets. But
700.
700 to 1100, probably on a day where a shot that is being shot inside a home or something. But other than that, because it's a film, it's of that size, because not just because we want to use that. The term coolie is like that, no? So it's about union, it's about harbor, and all those laborers, and also you have to show it huge for the believable factor. So all this, when starting from me till someone who's in, I'm not ranking by the order and all. Everybody has respect for this man, and we'll all been on time, and even before time, and we'll make sure while he leaves first, his car should go out, and then we'll talk about backing up and all. So it was all the same all the day. And the fact is, now after the shoot, and it's been 4 months since post production, we miss him. Now, whenever I get time, I'm going and meeting him in jail at 2 sets. Yeah, and we miss him a lot.
That's so sweet.
Yeah.
Tell me, but Lokesh, as a storyteller, when you sit down to write for him, and you get asked this question all the time, right? How much is Vijay? How much is Lokesh for Master? How much is Rajini sir? How much is Lokesh for this one? What is the percentage in this film?
That was actually a trap. I said that because someone asked me, because when I joined to do a film with Vijayna first, I didn't know that proper commercial, the exact word to say about like how this film is going to be. Because if someone asks me how Managaram will look like, I'll easily say it's a hyperlink film. And Kaidi, it's a one-night film, it's an action film. When it comes to Master, I just need to take care of Vijayna's stardom, and at the same time, that was my big leap when it comes to mainstream film. And so I didn't know. I got to know that they like my grittiness and rawness in my films, which they haven't seen very often in Vijayna's films. So that blend was the thing people were expecting. So just to exactly say that, I said 50-50. From then on, it has been non-stop. Every film, what's the percentage was? How can someone rate it as percentage? That's why I said it is a self-made trap which I got stuck in, and till now they're asking me like, what's the percentage? What's the percentage? It's 100% commercial films. It's not whatever I'm doing. It's not Ados films. It's all commercial films. What I'll do is I'll try to cut down the masala, make sure that it has that uh, ground rules. I mean, physics with stunts and all, and that tinge of rawness that I maintain with my signature all over the film, and that's the part I do. But to answer your question, with this film, I can't say like what is what. I really loved writing for Rajni sir first, because I was supposed to do another film with him. I mean,
Yeah.
another story with him, and actually that story was even more. It's a fantasy film. I thought, let me try with this, and Rajni sir immediately said okay for that. The problem is assembling itself took so much time, and the preparation for that film, and to make everybody available and go on floors will take easily 1.5 years for me to at least go to the floors.
The pre-production was too
Yes,
much.
yes, and I can't waste Rajni sir's time like that. So I worked for like 2 months with that film, and then one day I just called him and said, "Sir, I want to meet you." And then I went and said, "Sir, let's not do this film. Let's do another story." And that's when I told him the idea. This was an idea before like 5-6 years, and in fact, I gave that story to one of my fellow friends for him to direct the film, and he was also trying to do this film, and he couldn't do it. And later, when I decided not to do that film, I asked him, "Machan,
Give it
give me
back.
the back,
Huh.
and I'll give you something else. Let me work on it." And then he said, "Okay, let's do it." And then this film started. Yeah. Initially the process was fun. When for writing Rajni sir, you can write anything. I mean, all you can write is larger than life. It's Rajni sir. You can write anything, and that's the point. When I last interview when I met you, I said Rajni sir can't do Vikram and Kamal sir can't do Coolie because it's written for them.
Right.
I mean, not just for this film, for the entire, I mean, career and charisma. Why those two, I mean, stars are celebrated like this by all the people and all. So we just need to figure it out, like which are all the parts people
It's
will like.
custom made.
Yes.
Right. You
Yes.
can't, it's not interchangeable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Even though I've adapted a lot of new techniques with this film and a lot of style in the film with the second half, with the way, the structure and all, but still it will be a Rajini sir's film. That you can't touch, that you can't change. So I also don't want to do it. I
Yeah.
just want Rajini sir to be Rajini sir only. I can't change him completely. But what I've tried is, I've tried to make Rajini sir not reinvent himself, but out of his all filmography, I love Thalapathy the most. I've tried to maintain that balance with this film.
I
That's
love
it.
Thalapathy too.
Yeah, and that is what I've tried to achieve when it comes to writing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
That
because
sounds fantastic.
and after watching the entire film in dubbing studio, Rajni sir told me one thing. Initially, he hugged me. He was so happy, and then he said, "It looks like Thalapathy for me."
Really?
Yeah, and that made my day. And that was the night I think I slept very peacefully after so many months, because that was what I was trying to achieve, and I was trying this to my friends. And all. If at all I'm doing a film with Rajni sir, it has to be something at least nearby Thalapathy. I can't tell myself that I've done a film like with on par Mani sir's quality. It is not going to be done. That cannot be touched. It's always untouchable, and that film is something else. But for me, that little satisfaction, comparing my film to that film, like that gives me some happiness. And listening the same words from Rajni sir's mouth was like something that is I consider as achievement.
How wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's amazing. But when you say, okay, this structure you're talking about, can you tell us anything or will it spoil it for us?
No, nothing is a spoiler nowadays. Everybody talks about everything.
So, what is this new structure that you've not done before in your films?
For me, I'm saying like, see, I've tried to elevate the drama part more in this film, which I've
The
never
emotion.
tried. Yes, and that's
So, the emotion will be as much as the action.
Yes, that'll be in the first half. The drama and the way the drama is like, it'll slowly unveil itself, and it'll take you like you can sit and watch calmly, and it's a commercial film, but it'll still drive you with the emotions and all. And all of a sudden it'll shift care to action side, and where you'll see the other side of Rajni sir. And when it comes to structure, which I was talking, it's about second half. Um, I don't know. It's not going to be a spoiler, but the thing is, the hype is very high, and people start talking about new things which I myself didn't know. And I can open the Twitter and will know, like, I have an idea. They have had idea that there is no teaser and trailer for Coolie and all. No, but I could see only after people are suggesting me that. These are all things that are all speculations which we never even thought, because we're busy shooting, we are busy doing this. And one fine day I thought, everyone said this date Coolie teaser is getting released. Till now, we haven't touched working teaser because we are working on the film.
Yeah.
Once the film is done, and it has to be given to IMAX, it has to given to all the other countries, and there are censor process for various countries where you have to give the film before 20 days. So this is all has to be done until you get into the promotion part, which is the trailer, teaser, and all. So these are all the new ideas which
The fan
people give me.
theories.
Yes. So that's the reason I don't want to get into the writing structure now. So that tomorrow morning, when I wake up every day, there will be some news for me. I mean, about the film. So I don't want to add
It's
more
a
film to it.
compliment.
It's a
People are
compliment. I'm
interested,
enjoying
right?
it. I'm saying it's no complaint. I'm enjoying it. I'm
Right.
taking it, and that's the fun with being in this industry.
Yeah.
Every day people are thinking something about the film, and it's all promotions for the film, and that keeps your film like with us
Alive
live,
and
no?
throbbing. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Even now, I haven't released any footage of the film other than that glimpse. That was all almost NG shots, because I don't want to release a poster for saying 100 Days of Coolie. The production house asked me for a poster, and I called Gopi Prasanna to do a poster for 100 Days of Coolie. At the time was 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock. It has to be released at 6 o'clock. And he said, I'm in an airport right now, I can't do it now. So the idea behind that was, what are all the NG shots where we cannot reveal any stars?
So we just see their backs.
Yes, so that was the shot. So, and I desperately not want to show anything until the trailer is ready. I just want to deliver one trailer and a film. Like I said, more than that will be a giveaway for the film, and you can't enjoy more. You can just come, sit, relax, and you'll have a complete satisfaction for a commercial film, and you can leave. So all I want to deliver is one trailer, and that trailer release date will be August 2nd.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because I don't want to get more dates from tomorrow, so I'm just.
You're saying it right here.
Yes.
It's official.
Yes, it's going to be 2nd August.
Now, you know, in an interview, Lokesh, that you did right after Master, you said that you were very, very conscious that the screen time for the characters of Vijay and Vijay Sethupathi was the same. Right? That one character should not overpower the other character. They were very evenly matched in that sense. But now this film, it's half a dozen characters, right? Including Aamir Khan.
Yeah.
And of course, his poster was great. The reveal was amazing. When you are playing with so many massive stars, really fine actors, how do you write for less is more? Because obviously they don't have equal screen time, right? But footage doesn't mean impact. You can make a great impact like Agent Tina did in Vikram in very little footage. What was the process of writing those highlights for all of these people?
Yeah, for me, the screen time is not exactly the important thing.
Absolutely, never.
Yeah. Like how impactful it was Surya sir's role as Rolex in Vikram.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was like less than 7 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, precisely 6 minutes something. But it gave me, I mean, for the film, it was, it did so good.
Yeah.
Until now, wherever I go, they talk about Rolex, they talk about Leo, they talk about Delhi, but everything is like not about the same. Delhi comes for 2.5 hours. Rolex comes for 6 minutes. But they talk about like equally high about all the characters. So in that way, it never been the screen time for all the actors that I'm working with. And from first film, I've been working only with multi-starrer films. If you, for example, if you take Managram,
correct, that was
a
also
multi-starrer film.
there were many characters.
It's a multi-starrer film, and it'll be like a lot of layers. And I like working like it, and I really like writing something like that. I just want more layers added to it, and that gives you the completeness for me. And it should be like shouldered by one character or just two characters. It has to be like a lot of other characters as well in all my films. So that was the reason. But here it is not just bringing all the stars just in the name of upscaling the film. No, it wasn't that. When you watch the film, you'll know that these are all not the cameos that are playing in the film. Other than Aamir Khan sir also, just because of the presence and the timing they mentioned, it's a cameo. But he's also playing a big character, and rest of the others will be like full characters played from the first till the end. And this is first time where you can see all these superstars playing roles in depth. Like you'll feel the grittiness, you'll feel the rawness with the film and all. And they've Nagarjuna sir and all performed like he has never done it in 40 years. And he made me narrate like 7-8 times to him. Yeah, and
he told me that.
Yeah, it was like so tough for me to convince him and bring him. He liked the idea, but he was somewhere, why should I do a baddie? Why should I break this guy? He was like completely into it. And it took me at least 4-5 months to make him take the call. And finally, when I went with the final bond and for the final narration, he said, Lokesh, I'm doing it. If I'm not doing it now, it's never going to be done. So that's how all the other actors also came. And there has been saying that where Satyaraj sir was hesitant, not working with Rajini sir and all. But when I approached him, when I narrated the story, he said immediately yes. And like
they're reuniting after 38 years?
Wow. Yeah. That was on my birth year when they last did their film, Mr. Bharat. And at the same year, Vikram got released, the old one. So I have so many connections with all these dates and numbers. I don't know how it is all put together, but somehow it ends that way. So, so it was all fun, and it was all like, talking to all those people and sharing their experience with all those films. Before even born, they have done their last film, and we have a lot of things to know about them. And when I went and reached to Upendra sir, I really want to work with the idea behind all these stars. All my little age, I watched only films of action heroes. And with all the action heroes that I watched, I mean, grew up watching, I want to work with them. And whoever can fight, I love them and they'll be part of my film. I think with the 6 films I've done, at least I've worked with more than 20 heroes and all are action heroes. So I'm into that complete zone where I will work with all the action heroes in every other state. And that's a high for me. And what will you expect from a little boy who watched only action films and grew up?
Yeah.
So for me, when I was saying a good film is considered which has more than 5 fights. So
That was the definition.
yes, for me,
Yeah.
when I was very little.
Yeah.
And whoever watched the film, I'll just ask them how many fights. If they say 5 fights and more, I'll be like, okay, this is a good film. Let me go and watch it. And what will you expect me to do a film? What will you expect a film from me when I become a filmmaker? So, and that's the reason behind this. So,
But Lokesh, when you're writing, is there a mathematical calculation that, oh my God, he got a highlight in this scene and therefore he should get a highlight
No.
3 scenes later?
no,
It's
no,
not like
no,
that.
no. If I don't have that highlight for that character, I won't even approach them. Likewise.
So it's organic.
Yes, likewise Chauvin sir. And initially it was written for someone else, some other star. I don't want to mention the name, but I couldn't work with them for various reasons. But I don't know where to go after that because I wrote really for him. I wrote for him for at least 6 months. And it was like he couldn't do it, he couldn't take it. And I don't know where to fix that character now. And I want to work with Fahad sir again. But Fahad sir was also not available. And I don't want him to do the same like how he has done with Vikram also. So I was searching for a lot of other actors and finally I've signed on Chauvin sir. And it is not that Chauvin sir will have a highlight here, Nag sir will have a highlight here, Rajini sir will have no. It is all the characters. It's all about the story. So everybody will have their own image, and as on the whole, if they look at their own characters, they know the graph, and that's the reason they accept the entire film. They know the film is like it'll work or not, how commercially how big this is going to be. But leaving other side, they'll know like what's my character, what I'm doing, what's my arc, where I can deliver the best. So that is something that they'll take it on mind even before me. So that call makes like a lot of sense, and that makes my way very clear, so that I'll be like very precise on what I actually want. And we all had a script reading session where the final call was made.
All meaning with each actor,
Yes,
you
with
separately
actors. Yes.
read the whole script.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's when they all understood, and we all, I mean, like, let's go, let's do this film. And after that, there is no stepping back or no discussions. I've never seen any actor coming to me in sets and asking for a little change or a little correction or a little something.
Give me
No,
more.
no.
Yeah.
Because until you guys all we agree, and then we'll go to floors. Once we get to floor, let's finish the job and come back. No more discussions there. Because Rajini sir wants that piece to work like that. And I also want that piece. And I want all the other actors also do that same. In fact, including Shruti and finally Satyaraj sir, this 7 casts, I mean like 7 people, sum the entire cast, and they all had a very good connection. Like everybody have their combinations here and there, and it was such a lovely thing to see how they actually, I mean, collaborate and work. It's like they'll all be sitting with pads and what are you doing, what I'm doing, and this is all something like where other than filming, other than all those tension, you can love seeing this, and that's like, all the 5 state people are sitting there. Rajini sir in Tamil, Aamir sir in Hindi, Upendra sir for Kannada, and if Nag sir for Telugu, Chauvin sir for Malayalam, and Shruti can speak like multi languages, like 2-3 languages. So it was all fun.
So when you saw this visual of all these people together, did you pinch yourself like, can this be my film set?
If it was after 6, I would have done it, but I have to finish all these actors.
Before that, no time.
Before that, no time. I just need to. And it is not just all 6 together. And it's like various combinations I'm talking. Yeah. But everyone met, I mean, with all the other things and all. But I did pinch when Rajini sir accepted for the script. Yeah. Because I didn't know, like, he'll say yes or no at the initial time. Because this is something which he has never tried. So in that way, I pinched myself.
How long did it take?
First narration only.
At the end of the first narration, he said yes.
Yeah. I did narrate him till the intro block, and then I just want to ask him like, are we doing it? And then Rajini sir immediately said yes. This is something else I love. Let's do it. And then I said I need another 2-3 months for writing the second half. And then I took time. I went to Coorg and I wrote, and then I came back, and he loved the second half also. And still there was one portion where I said, "So just give me time for this part alone, and I'll do it little slowly. I just want to, I mean, grow with all the other characters as well to finish this thing. Not the climax, but there was one particular part where it needed a lot of time to complete writing." And that was the part we did shoot in Bangkok. I mean, for like 20-25 days. And he really liked it, and he gives so much time. Like, yeah, when you ask for some time, and he won't ask you, or he won't trouble you, or he won't ask you questions like, when are you gonna come, when are you gonna narrate? Nothing. Wait, come. You just come and say when we'll go for shoot. Like that it was. So that was also a great thing, and that was the real moment. Like, for you answer your question, like I really pleased myself. Because even some, I think Nag sir asked, how did you convince Rajini sir for this film? When he said it was tough to convince Nag sir, because he asked me this.
It was
And I-
easier to convince
and I
Rajini
told
sir
him-
than Nag sir.
I told him the same. No, sir, it was easy for me, and this is it. Because Nag sir plays the antagonist in the film.
Yes,
He has
yes.
never done it.
Yeah, he
And-
told me he found it liberating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
he said he was
I
very
could
happy.
see like Nag sir was enjoying himself. He was so happy because he was like the good character can only have it always had the boundaries, and you cannot break that. You have to walk the straight line and
Yeah.
all. But when it comes to baddie, you can do whatever you want.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
can break all the barriers and all. You can do whatever exactly you want. So he was literally doing it. And whenever if there is a bad word in the scene and all, he'll be like, Lokesh, in my 40 years, I've never done this. He'll say that, and it'll make me like as if I'm doing some crime and all. And really, I'll ask him like, what will your family say, sir, after seeing this scene? I myself don't know. I just want to wait and watch their reaction and all he'll say. So it was that much fun for me too.
But you know, Lokesh, so recently Sanjay Dutt said that he felt that he was wasted in Leo,
Yeah.
right? He
Yeah,
said
I
he was mad with you
Yeah.
because he said he really enjoyed working with
Yeah.
Vijay, but he thought you wasted him.
Yeah.
Do you think that was a failure of your writing?
No, he called me after that immediately.
And said
That's
what?
I was talking to Aisha. He said, no, I made a comment like very funnily, but people just cut it and put it and it looked so awkward. I didn't mean it, Lokesh. You know. I said, no problem, sir. What is in it? Probably I would have done it. I'm not a genius or some greatest filmmaker in the world to not to do something that which might dip other characters. And I've done so many mistakes in my films. It's all learning, no? So yeah, probably. And probably I'll do one of the best roles with Sanjay Dutt, sir.
You'll make up.
Films. Yeah. Like I told you, no, with all the action heroes, I'm going to make a lot of films. So, what's it?
You know, Aamir said that you're a very good director. He said that you have multiple cameras and you have complete clarity on what you're going to do. So, Lokesh, what is the process of arriving at this clarity? Do you sort of storyboard? Do you previs? Like, how do you get to a point where you are making these massive films in what, 8 to 10 months, right? How do you arrive? I know you do your own scheduling, you set everything up yourself. How do you get to this moment of complete clarity?
No, it's actually a part of your job, no? And
It is, of course
yeah.
it is, but not all directors have it.
yeah, and to clarify this also, last time when I mentioned somewhere, I used to do films only in 6 to 8 months and not like triple R like for 3 years and all. That also they Logan wrote something. I just mentioned it because those films were made in like that time period where it has a lot of other works to do, like period stuff, all those things. And how can I compare with my films to those kind of films? So in that way, I mentioned what I do is, see, I have an excitement when writing the film, completing the film, and without, that excitement goes down, no, and you will feel it if the film stops in between, or if you are gonna wait for some 2-3 months in between, where you get affected by natural calamities or some other reasons. Eventually, people will lose the excitement. The looks will go. The high they get inside that role and perform. When something stops, they eventually go down. I don't want that to happen. So all I want to do is I just want to finish it as soon as possible. Not in the way like wrapping it up soon.
Yeah.
But I just need that clarity to finish it off in this particular timeline. Because when you take all these artists to your floors, and it'll easily take 7-8 months for them not to change their looks, not to accept any other films. And for others and all, like, yeah, Rajini sir obviously does one film at a time, Nag sir, but Shaubin sir and all is not like that. Shruti is not like that. Shruti can do multiple films. Shaubin sir has done like a lot of films in Malayalam, but once I asked them not to accept any other films, they didn't do it for 7 months. So that I take that responsibility to finishing that film in like that time, like needed. And that's the point. When you arrive that clarity and not wasting any others, time, then you have to end up doing this. I mean, properly. With working with Amir sir, actually, we want to not let the world know Amir sir being a part. So that's the reason we shot him somewhere else and not let one news out. We're just trying our maximum. But there are speculations and there were talks. And Amir
When
sir
I
also.
asked you, you acted very well and said, no, no.
and Amir sir was like, he said, Lokesh, I can't lie in front of camera. I've been doing it from the morning for my film. First, that is, he called me literally and said, can I just say it at least? Sir, please say it, sir. That is not a world secret, sir. Please say it, sir. I'll manage to the production house and all. We'll call it, sir. And Sun Pictures is a production house where they won't take all the decisions and authority and all. They just leave it my way. And even this is the first time a producer let me choose the release date. So in that way, decisions are made by me most of the times. So I said, like, let's release a poster because sir is let the news out. What's the difference anyway? We're gonna show. Films are made for people, and it can't be like that tightly wrapped. You can try your best, but if once the news is out, it's out. You can't help it anymore. So in that way, working with Amir sir was like, it was more than fun, and I can see the relatability with Amir sir and Kamal sir.
Really?
Yeah.
They have similarities?
Yes.
In what way?
Yes. I don't know how to say it. With Kamal sir, if you just with a scene, you just ask for a shot and he performs it. And if you go for correction, he comes with another one. And if you go for correction, he comes with another one. And you'll get confused which one you like the most. And so you just fix on one thing. And if you want little improvisation, you just need to show them what actually they did. And you are just looking for that part and which has to be improved a little, not the different thing from what they have previously done. And that similarity I've seen with both of them. And both of them will ask for takes, even if I say okay. I think only
one more.
Yes.
Always one more.
Yes. No. And this one more is like they'll watch us keenly. Is this guy really satisfied, or is he just trying to make us comfortable saying okay, okay, and all? And then I said, no, sir, this is what I want. Rajini sir got used to, and Amir sir didn't get used to. He was like worked for like a very little time with me, out of like 5 days, 6 days, the timeline, like from preparing to finishing the shoot. Sir will always have this doubt, and even if I say, Lokesh, you keep it, I say, you keep it, but shall I do it one more just for myself, my own satisfaction? Sir, please do it, sir. Then he'll do it, and again he'll ask, shall we do it one more better? Yes, sir, please do it, sir. That's what I can do, and we all love watching them perform. Why will we not? But we'll mark what exact take we want, because just for the clarity that I told you, because they better it, they improvise it, they give us more. It's all like what you want exactly. But if you lose that, you'll get confused because they perform so
They
well
have
in
so many
every
options.
takes.
Yeah.
So that's the only thing, and that's no complaint. It's all fun and excitement.
Yeah, it's more choices.
Yes, and
But Lokesh, there's never a time when okay, so you have an idea, you have complete clarity, you get on the set, but you change your mind. Does that ever happen?
every time it happens.
And then?
And then we'll sit and talk. I'll talk to the actors and the technicians. We'll have a little talk. Like we just have a quick discussion session and all. It won't be a complete change and all. But there will be like little changes in the name of improvisation. But it is not in my hands. When you write something, you'll think of someone and you write, and you just give it to them, and they take the dialogues and they'll just go. For the first initial 2-3 days, it'll be fine, and later when you get along with them, they'll also grow with the character day by day, day by day, day by day. And then you'll realize where on 6th day and 7th day, this character shouldn't talk like this. And we've written something before 6 months, and this character is growing up with something else, and it's not going to do. So when you come to that part, and you have to change it. So that change is like necessary change, I think, and actors also accept. And I always wait for the actors' input also, what they are bringing up. They are just not just mere actors where I say something and you do something. No, I just want to
You
get,
hear them.
yes, what they want to give for that character, and then which is the better one, I'll decide doing that. So in that way, like you asked, there are like always been changes, not drastically, but changes here and there.
But is there a situation where Rajni sir would suggest something and you don't like that suggestion? Can you say no to him?
In one example, you'll get your answer. I mean, I don't want to make it more complicated. Sir, if there is a dialogue given to him, he'll sit and read it. Like the last minute, the dialogue is fine for him. He won't ask it for before and all. Everybody has one style. If at all he finds there is one dialogue, one word where he can add. Say for example, in Tamil they say, நான் நான் வந்து உள்ளே வரேங்கிறதுக்கு பதிலாக நான் அங்கேருந்து வரேன் அந்த மாதிரி சொல்லிக்குவாங்க. It is not even like is was a full stop comma. It is like very little minor change. You won't even think that's a change. But he'll come to
He'll
you.
check.
He'll come to you and he'll ask you, if I put this word, will it be a trouble for you? Can I use this? I say, no, sir, not at all. You can use it. You can even correct it on dubbing. But it is not about that. Without asking the director's permission, he'll not change a word.
Wow.
Why will he suggest something? And that was all a shock for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Yeah. So, you know, Nagarjuna said to me that he found this liberating, and he said that there were scenes where he would say to you, because you would say, now you have to do this, and he would say to you, Lokesh, do people actually behave so badly? Okay, and you would say to him that, sir, people are very evil, right? So, Lokesh, where do your ideas of good and evil come from? Is it purely plot driven, that okay, we need this to happen, so in Leo there'll be human sacrifice because that's the extreme of behavior that I need? Or is there a larger view of the world where you think that there is actually a sort of a heart of darkness in people?
No, I don't get into that philosophy, first of all. For me, it's just mere entertainment. It's all fun. Like how always Cutie says, violence is fun. And all those evil
And you
people,
are the Tamil Tarantino, I read.
if if that is what they name it, I'm taking it like with all my heart. But it's all fun, no? Like violence is something which you hate in real life, but you can enjoy it in films because there is always a difference. That's the reason I call it as action films and not violent films. Because where do you see violence? You can watch it in CCTV. Can you watch someone killing someone in CCTV? Everybody will do like this. Why will we watch it? Why will we enjoy it? Sadists will do that. But in film, that's art. And it's fun. And you can see like what are all the things that you can't do it in life, real life, that larger life things will work on cinema. And it's called a cinema, no? It's not has to be put so many thoughts into it and so many takeaways with it. Just a film, go watch it, enjoy it, and leave. That's the idea behind it. But coming back to violence and all, who will do all these things? All those evil people. And all of us got both the sides, good and bad. We're all grey. I don't think we are black or white. We're all grey. It all depends on like what the mood and what we are reacting to. So for me, any action film should have that proper evil side, which has to be superiorly strong, so that the good side will have something to defend or something to, I mean, give back.
Yeah.
And that's the reason people will love also. In day-to-day life, are we seeing guns? Are we using guns? No. But in films, we're enjoying it because we can't do it in a real life. Our heroes are doing it. Like they're protecting us, they're saving us. And as far as the villains are super big, the hero has a meaning to be surviving. You know, if Thanos is very big, Captain America has the value to hit him back. If he's weak and the hero has no values to do it. So there comes the evil thing. So how evil you can write someone to make people believe that they should give their voice out to say, go beat him, go kill and save people, like that.
You're pushing buttons,
yes,
essentially.
So, yes, I never get into that philosophical area in writing. For me, it's just mere fun. That's it.
And your films are so dense in terms of narrative, right? Like you said, there's multi-layers, there's always rapid cutting between action happening in many places. So would you say like Philomen Raj, who's your editor from day one, you debuted together, would is he a sort of a key architect of your vision? And what are the conversations you would have when you're like cutting a film like Coolie? Like Shankar sir created a real stir last year by saying that when he's editing, he's thinking about an audience that's consuming reels, right? Everybody's attention span is now that 60 seconds. And even if it's 60 seconds, mostly though it's even less than that. So what are the conversations you and him have when you're editing?
About editing, we both have similar ideas and similar thoughts. Just because we grew up together from our short film days, we know the exact value of like the timeline to deliver a film. So initially, when I was working with a corporate bank, there were like little ads where we can go shoot and all. It'll all have the time barrier where you have to convey a little message in like 1 minute or 2 minutes or maximum 3 minutes and all. So there comes his part. So how can you visually convey something? I mean, like show it visually, not just prolong and with a lot of words and all, because that's the timeline we had. So that's when we became so close, and we became, very good friends after Kalam, during Managaram, because that edit was very tough, and the
Because
writing
you're
was
hyperlinking so many stories, yeah.
that writing was also super tough for me because it took 2-3 years for me to completely write the film. But once before getting into the sets, where we decided that film has been made under less than 2 crores, you'll have only 45 days of shoot. That's the maximum time they can give. And with a hyperlink film where you have zero sets, it all has to be taken only in real locations and live locations. You have to work precisely. And that too, when you have that cut part, and there is no names also in the films. Even it's very tough for me to narrate someone without names in the film, because people will be like confused to follow which gang is this, which gang is that, and that's when me and Philo had this idea where I gave the bound to him and asked him to edit the bound. So
how do you edit the bound?
Uh, at every cut, it's a hyperlink film. Every cut, the transition is the part, no? So, for example, now.
So he would just put it into the script.
Yeah.
That we'll cut from here to here now.
No, for example, if the scene is like we both are sitting here and talking, and the scene cuts where they both are talking, it can be cut anywhere. It can be cut in wide, it can be cut in close with your reaction, my reaction, or with the class sound where we can keep. But you can't take all these 5 shots where you have very less time. So you have to be very precise which shot you have to cut it. So the cut part will be just keep the cup there, have a close. So that will be there in the edit. That will be there for the entire bound. So that
got it. So he essentially told you the cuts even before you went to shoot.
So where I'll change is, no, this it is not working here. You want to cut there, but it is not going to be the cup because there is an emotion something going on. I'll do something else, but the cut will be like very precise because that is the time we had. So you cannot take the liberty, or you didn't have that privilege to take so many shots and you can choose something in the edit table. So, and that became a practice.
He still does that.
We both still does it.
Really?
Yeah, we still do it, because when this narration is done, he'll ask me like, you can do this. Now we are not just thinking about the cuts and all, because we're working with huge films and we can't even do that. But that was the practice that made us being together. And with all the other technicians I've worked with, I used to repeatedly work with all the technicians, but 2 people have never changed us. One is Philo, my editor, and the other one is Satish, art director. So they both are like my 2 people who I can never change. Even Anburi master I can never change. I don't want to change. But I had working with other master and film master. So other than these 2 people, I've changed a lot of other technicians and all. But these two,
they're like the pillars.
Yeah, I don't think I can't work without Philo. I can't work without Satish and all, because there was a set needed for Managaram, which was like supposed to be like 16,000, 17,000. And now it's a 400 crore project and still Satish is doing the same work. And the way the work has never been changed. And every day and night I've seen this man working in sets. I've seen him at least thrice or 4 times getting admitted in hospital during my works because of day and night work, and the pollution. And he takes a lot. And that is some physical work which actors will not get involved, directors will not get involved. Once the set is ready, I'll go watch. I'll make corrections. But to make that set ready, he has to work for months.
He has
So,
to stand there.
Yes.
Yeah.
And likewise, Philo, once the film is done, it's him and the film. And he's going to sit with every day and night. It's going to be like how much? 20 hours, 30 hours of, I mean, the edited footage where he has to completely break down into the film without losing any little performances and all. So these both are like my key pillars where I can. I don't think so. If Philo's rejecting one of my film, I don't know how I'm gonna work.
Well, we hope he doesn't.
I'm also hoping for that.
That's so funny. Tell me, when you set out to make a movie, Lokesh, are these two your first listeners? Would they have heard the Coolie script first?
No, it would always be my other filmmakers. I mean, my fellow friends, mostly.
So that Coimbatore friends?
No. My filmmakers.
Filmmaker friends.
Yes.
Okay.
Mostly Ratna, Madon Ashwin,
Right.
Karthi Yogi, Chandru, and Uri Vijay. And these are all my circle of filmmakers where they'll know all my scripts.
This is your bouncing board collection.
Yes.
Yeah.
Once if I get excited with an idea, I'll obviously tell them, and I'll make sure whether they like it or not. And if they sound it's little weird or weak or something like that, I'll just scrap it and move forward. But once I'm very strong about it, probably I'll tell the final narration. Like we'll all go somewhere, at least to Pondicherry or somewhere. We'll stay there for like 4-5 days. We'll discuss among all the films, and it'll be like a lot of ideas shared. We'll do it for all our films, not just my film.
Yeah.
If Ashwin is doing a film, we'll literally go sit work with this film. Everybody. If Ratna is doing a film, we'll go. Yeah. It's like that's the most needed. No, it's not about for my films. It's for cinema. No. So
you're workshopping in a sense.
Yes, and that's the place where you can learn.
Yeah.
That's the place where you can know your weakness. Oh, this is the point where it was like literally here, and you're searching it all over the world. They'll like just reveal it very soon, and that's a very, very learning exercise that I think every other filmmaker and writer should get. I mean, practiced with. Every
feedback.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes, and that's the point. And later comes the technicians. Probably we'll have a proper room in a hotel. The main technicians, everybody will be there, and I'll give them the direction, like first off in the day and second off after lunch, and we'll finish it off, and then the discussion will happen, and that will go like everybody will have their own ideas and doubts and all to do. And because when you narrate the script, even before they understand the script, every other technician will have their own thing. My cinematographer will be like, okay, where is going to be the source? What I'm going to do with the light? He's always saying night.
They're thinking from their point of view.
Their point of view, they'll go.
Yes.
And Satish and I will be like, which godown he's going to put? No, it's be like only those kind of things. And the idea of the story will be subconsciously there somewhere. But the main thing will be what I'm going to do. I'm going to do the best in this film. So the discussion will go on. And these are all my close friends, so they can tell directly. It's not just taking me away and telling or calling me somewhere and they'll say like it is not working at all. What are you even saying? Like
in that crowd.
Yes, and we're all friends, no? So everybody has to talk and we have to take it. And there have been a lot of fights and all. When you really have an answer for it and you want to literally fight back them, and you can come up with your answers. And if they are not believing in something, you can show the proofs. It's all there in the papers. It's all there. Like how this human sacrifice and all came in, there were like a lot of discussions and all.
Really?
Yeah. But I was very strong because I read it somewhere. I saw it somewhere in the news and all. So I thought, let me just pitch it. But the timeline was like 10-15 minutes, which wasn't enough to show the entire grudge of it or, the real story behind it and all. So like that, every other film will have its own discussion and fights, which is good for cinema. Fights are good for cinema.
Now, in this, you have a very busy couple of years, right? After this is Kaithi 2, you've also got Vikram 2, you've got a standalone Rolex film. Of course, you have Aamir Khan's superhero film. What can you tell us about Aamir's film? Is that going to be your Hindi film debut?
Like you said, I have a lot of other films to do. And I want to do, obviously, Kaithi 2 is my next. But I have commitments with Kamal sir to complete Vikram 2. I want to do Leo 2, Master 2 and all, but Vijayna will not be available. I don't know when he's going to come back or not. and Rolex is there with Surya sir. These are all projects that have been earlier discussed, and this is all in the pipeline. I didn't know, and they also didn't know when to do what. It all depends upon the actors' availability, my availability, everything. So we're just figuring it out. And after Kaidi, we are in discussions of doing a film, and most probably it will be Aamir sir's film.
But it'll be in Hindi.
Um, it's gonna be a Hindi film, but it's gonna be for Globe. I mean, not just for India. No.
Nice.
It's a very nice idea, and I just want to do that film with her. And we really shared a wonderful time being together, like for like at least 3-4 months in the entire film progress. But like I said, I found a lot of similarities with Tamil sir and Kamal sir, and I really love the way he approaches film, and it's like quantum difference between my kind of films and sir kind of films. But that collaboration will, I think, it'll bring some new genre of kind of film, I think.
It sounds like fun.
Yes, and
He's a
that's really-
superhero. I love that.
that I'll
You won't say.
little later. but
This
it's
is
fun.
where you use your acting talents, Lokesh.
It can be called as a superhero film, but I can say it's going to be the biggest action film. Yeah.
Really?
Yes.
How exciting.
Yeah, because I've written it very long, so I think that has to be that big.
And Ben's shooting is done.
No, under my production house now, Mr. Bharat is done. Mr. Bharat, I mean, literally tomorrow is the last day of shoot, and that film is done. And the next film is Ben's, and they have finished second schedule, I think, if I'm not wrong. 2 schedules they have done. So I haven't seen the footage and all. Philo's the editor, obviously, so I'll just do check how is it looking good or what and all, and he'll give me some updates. And probably they'll finish it off in another 3-4 months, and we have other films in the pipeline to be revealed as well. We're just listening to a lot of other stories from the production houses, and we just don't want to keep larger steps, one step at a time, and do film. But Ben's is a very huge film, and it's not just me who's producing it. It's myself, Sudan sir, and Jagdish. So all 3 are producing these films. I might produce a film for Ratna. Like there is a collaboration where me and Karthik Subraj both are planning to do a Ratna film.
Wow.
Both Stonebench and G Squad is gonna jointly produce.
That is so cool.
We both are coming for Ratna, and like that it is. And I think we'll announce it soon.
Nice, nice. Okay, couple of last questions about Coolie, right? You said that your 36th and 37th year was all Coolie. There was no functions, there was no outings, there was no partying, there was absolutely nothing. 2 years of your life have gone in here. So where do you see yourself on the 15th of August when this film has released?
The 14th of August.
It's going to release on the 14th. Where do you see yourself on the 15th?
15th, I think I'm going to Bali or Phuket. I'm not going to sit and listen to numbers or see.
Because talk about that. Lokesh, I read, tell me how true this is. The budget is 350 to 400 crores, out of which 150 crores is Rajini sir's, salary, and yours is 50 crores.
I don't want to talk about Rajini sir's salary because I don't want to talk. And my salary is obviously yes, because I pay tax and I think I can save for it. Yeah, and that sacrifice and all, 36, 37 and all comes under this. So
nice.
Everything doesn't come very easily to our lap, no? So we need to sacrifice it, and I won't call it sacrifice. I'm very excited about this. I'm very kicked about this. And once the film is done, and if it is a huge hit, all the fame, I'm going to take it, and I'm going to take all this money to me, and that is going to help my friends, family, and all, my life, all this well-being and all. So I won't say any complaints. I just did mention because when you turn back, and there are a lot of changes with family, friends, and all, because I got to see 2 of my cousins having babies and all, and I forgot all their names and all. So. In that meaning, I said, oh, I've lost so many connection with family, events, all these things. So my 36, 37 and all went with this film. Like that I mentioned, no complaints it was. And actually that's part of your job, no? And when you work with all these people and everybody has the same. And it is not an easy joke, no? 400 crores of money and you have all the responsibility in the world, and if you have at least 1 crore debt, how can you sleep easily? So 400 is so
It's a
much
lot.
pressure. Yeah. So August 15th, to answer your previous question, I'll just initially see the films running and I'll escape somewhere. And that was my routine was. I'll never be in the town. At least for 3-4 days, I just don't want to listen to all the talks. I just want to go. I'll watch 3 shows and that's my usual routine.
What do you do?
I'll watch first show
Huh.
and Vetri or Rohini, and second show, I mean like matinee also, and the evening show. That's it. That night obviously we'll have a party for the entire team, and the next day I'll go somewhere. I'll never let my people know where I am. And I used to run away with my school friends. That's where the Coimbatore friends come and all.
Really?
Yeah, yeah. We'll go
And
somewhere.
then you're plugged out.
Plugged out for 3 days at least. Minimum 3 days, 4 days. Once the storm and all is over, and the critics, whatever they want to talk about the film, and all the reviewers, and all the numbers, with all those box office numbers saying this collected this much, this much, this much, and all. With all this storm are done, and I'll come back. I'll repost all these things. And they'll be saying where you're not worried about the numbers, but why are you posting all this? Because my producer will be happy if I repost it. Because numbers is like I previously told you in the last interview, only two people who has to be mainly worried about numbers of producers, obviously the hero for the marketer, and the third one will be the director. And the rest of the technicians have, I mean, they have zero concern
Sure.
about this because they'll get paid the same salary with the other films, probably a little margin to it. But these three are not. They're gonna get multiplied with all those numbers because you are as good as your last film only. So that talk about the numbers. When you asked about my salary for 50 crores, that was the previous success of Leo. It collected 600 plus, and that made me get like twice what I get paid for Leo. So other than all these people who care about numbers, I don't think people has to be so concerned about numbers because that wasn't there earlier. Nobody has ever asked me how much Managram has collected, but that ran for 50 days. It was celebrated by people, and nobody asked me how much Kaidi was collected. But once I started working with after Kaidi, it has been only numbers and numbers, and more numbers. And I don't know what joy they have with the numbers, but it's okay. Everybody has their own.
It's a spectator
expectations.
sport.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
like,
And that's how
what
it's
has it
been
done?
changed, I think. Because
Yeah.
when I was being fan for Kamal sir with my gang of people and all, this number culture wasn't there.
Yeah.
It was all about the theatre runs, like 100 days film, 150 days film, 50 days film, or a flop film. That's it. All like 4 or 5 categories. And nobody cared about the numbers, which I was grown up that way. And all of a sudden, now people started talking about numbers. I don't know where it all started from. And I don't think it is a very good thing to be followed also. You can just have some fun and leave, but it's been like you just need to get along with the Twitter side to see the fights between the numbers. I don't think it's that much needed.
But do you have benchmarks in your head? Like it should touch X only for yourself?
For like
Your measure of success. You know, how will you decide
like
that
everybody's
Coolie?
asking like Coolie will touch 1,000 crore.
Yeah,
like,
yeah. What is the figure in your head?
I don't want to. I can't guarantee this 1,000 crores.
No, of course
But
not.
I can guarantee that one number, that is 150 rupees of everybody who's gonna come into theatre.
It'll be worth the money.
Yes, my number will be always concerned about that 150 rupees. That's it. 120, 150, 190, how much ever you pay for it. And I'm only concerned about that, not by the 1,000 crores. If it is collecting that much, I'm super happy for my production house, for Rajni sir, for myself, for my entire people who are associated with the film. But that was not my idea of writing this film and directing this film. Nobody can write a film that I'm writing a film that is going to collect 1,000 crores.
Of course
you cannot
not.
do it.
Yeah.
And then you're not a filmmaker. You're just an organizer or a manager or a producer, or you're definitely not a creative person.
Yeah.
And so I'm not concerned about that much of money. I'm only concerned about the ticket cost.
Okay, one last question, Lokesh, and this is our IMDb watch list. By the way, I have to say, I love that Coolie is #1 on IMDb's most anticipated films between July and December 2025 in India.
I
Yes,
heard.
it's the most anticipated, #1. I love that a 74-year-old superstar is #1 on this most anticipated. But we want to update our watch list with your favorite films. What are your 5 favorites?
Recently, I watched a web series called as Mobland, which didn't let me sleep for a night or something. It was like So very brilliant. Obviously, Virumandi, Satya, Thalapathy, Nayagan, and these are all like all those classic films of everybody else.
Thank you. Lokesh, it has been always, as always, wonderful chatting with you, listening to you. And good luck for Coolie. I cannot wait to see it.
Thank you so much.
Thank
Same here.
you.
Thank you. Hi, this is Lokesh Kanagaraj, and you're watching me in Hollywood Reporter, India.